Hi everyone, it's Mike with Crane Realty. We're at the start of a new month here in the month of June, so that means that we get the opportunity to reflect on the previous month's inventory now that that's closed out, to see how the market is performing with regard to the amount of inventory that's coming on, meaning new listings hitting the market. As everyone knows, basic economics, supply and demand really play a pivotal part with regard to the success of, let's say, buyers or sellers, whether it's a good time to be listing, or for buyers, what that means as far as the level of aggressiveness. When the supply is really low, the call for demand really increases, meaning it spikes on price and causes buyers to do even more drastic things with regard to their offers in order to be successful in their purchase. So without much delay, let's get right into the numbers and see what it looks like. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at the last 5 years. We'll be looking at the number of new listings. Let's see, got this correct here. So looking at the number of new listings, and we'll be taking a look at the month view. We're going to be searching in Ontario County. That's where our home base is. And it seems to have a very accurate read with regard to just the overall market for the Rochester and Finger Lakes location. If we were to take a look at a chart, it would look something like this. As you can see, we have these high peaks, essentially 300 new listings. We have not seen a month to produce 300 new listings, essentially since July of 2019. And then obviously we all know what happens in 2020, and we've been on this very negative trajectory ever since, or a decrease in the amount of inventory hitting the market, really causing our area here in the Finger Lakes region, prices increasing, again, decreased supply, price goes up, okay? Checking on data. So the month of May, we actually had a pretty decent turnout. So we've not gotten anything close to 200 as far as 200 new listings for a month yet, which is pretty positive to actually see that May was very close. Compared to last year, March, April, May, all very consistently were able to, hit or eke over 200 new listings for each month. We have yet to do that even for this year. The previous month, April, was really scary as we had almost half the amount of new listings hitting the market compared to the previous month of April in 2022. This is starting to fall a lot more in line with where we were at last year, which is a positive thing. And happy to see a lot of these sellers were able to capitalize in the month of May. Statistically, the 1 month where sellers get the most yield for their property, the most return when they list in this month compared to any other month. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful in June, July, August, even in some of these other months of October. But statistically, if you're to research, you'll see the month of May is typically when sellers are the most successful and prices tend to hit their max peak. With regard to the total amount of inventory, I know I said April was roughly half of what it was last year, but in total, we're not trending too far behind where we were previously of last year. Last year, this time is basically 900, almost 900 even, for new listings, and this year we're at 700. So it's about a difference of 200, which you could certainly feel, which you could certainly feel in the market. I mean, that's essentially taking away our January and February, which both eked over just over 100 each. It's really lacking in inventory. Again, going back to this chart, it will be interesting to see if we could actually see a summer to begin to go up and over 250, on almost pushing 300. If we can actually begin to achieve that, that's going to help out a lot of buyers because it's going to produce even more opportunities. They're going to be able to do more showings. Sellers are going to be competing with their neighbors versus being the only game in town when you're listing your home. And if somebody's looking in that one town and you're the only gig, then there's going to be more eyes on your property. More people are going to be compromising on what they want, and they're going to be bidding higher prices for it. Whereas if we see a lot more inventory, that would help out in a big way. I know with this debt ceiling for our government kind of finalizing things, there was a lot of uncertainty. If that were not to take place, then we could actually see interest rates continue to increase, whereas right now they're pushing like 7.5. We're hoping and talking with a number of different loan officers, they would like and are projecting to actually see that number come down. So that's the hope. Hopefully this video on this inventory was helpful to you. If it was, give it a thumbs up and be sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our content coming out each and every week. And certainly feel free to forward this video off to a family, friend, anyone who's looking to have help in their real estate endeavors. Again, I'm Mike with Crane Realty, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.